chatting with me today. Tell me about your first date.
First date for us?
Yeah, for you two. Who asked who out?
Of course, me. I'm asking her out.
And so where'd you go? What'd you do?
Actually, we had a burger. We had a burger and chicken wing.
We actually went to McDonald's.
Yeah, so we had a burger and chicken wing.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
No, but
How
we
old
know each other before. Like we danced in the same company in China, and we know each other like since very, very young.
So what's his go-to karaoke song?
Long time
The
ago.
go-to. I mean, he's actually such great singer. Like that's actually how it's moved me.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like when he was trying all the things.
Like the old time, younger time, you play a guitar and you sing something. All
sure.
The love song.
It's all romantic.
Love songs, nothing but love songs.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know how to play guitar, but
that's okay.
He's actually very good, and our friend is actually joking. Like like in China, we also had like like the talent show or whatever. Like we're all like, oh, you should go try. And he's like, no, this is it's very personal. It's just me, and everything when you bring up to a stage, then he feels it's like it's not.
I don't know. I think it's just the ballet probably so far is the only thing I want to be a career.
Talk to me about the impulse behind starting the company.
Yeah, we're starting the school since 2015. So the first year when I was retired, like before, how to say this? We're actually special for me. I always feel I'm not a patient guy. So I can't teach. I cannot teach. Okay. And if I tell you something over more than 3 times, you didn't get it, then that's for me is like okay, that's it. I can't handle it anymore. So I never thought I'm gonna be teaching. So, and then this is the story why we founding the school. Our school is a nonprofit school, so-called Oregon International Ballet Academy. So at that moment before that, we already a dancer. We are already a dancer, dance in the Oregon. I'm still in the Oregon Ballet Theatre. Yeah. At that moment, some of the audience see our performance and they were waiting on the back door of the theater. And then they will ask us, can you guys teaching our kids because I can't find a school or whatever, So at that moment, we said, well, this is 3 things. We love to donate our time to do something for the community, So and special for Xuan. And that like a really young girls, boys, and Xuan's teaching it. And then, but at that moment, maybe because our schedule is really crazy from 9 to 5. After the whole day dance, you just want to go home and eat and sleep. That's it. And also the schedule. And she's kind of start teaching them maybe twice, 2 weeks one time, or maybe a month one time. Depends. Really depends the schedules.
And also because here in Portland, there's also a Chinese community, and that's come pursue to me like, okay, there's a Chinese New Year event. Can you create a little dance for this group of our children, right? I was like, okay, sure. Same thing. Like by that time, we're still very busy, like in our career as a dancer, right? And I never thought I also gonna be teaching either. But I was okay. I would love to do something, and it's also fun, like to do something for them. And then, so that's how it started at the beginning. And then I was like, okay, I have to teach you little steps, and then starting. So slowly, actually, I find I really enjoyed it.
Hello everyone. Same thing. Let's start the class. Same thing from clear. Let's just do 2 limit clear, 1 wrong clear. The same thing. The whole 8 you can stretch the way you want. Second is the same. 2 limit clear, 1 wrong clear, and stretch. 4th, 5th, This is the roll away. Try to stay here. And finish nicely. Yeah. For me, works for me. So you can try. First thing, if you want to make a leg a la secant, you can't make it so slow. This is really hard. So you want turning after the turn. You don't want to open your leg too soon either. You want to finish the turn, and you have to open it. Really go to a la secant. You don't. Now, basically, what you did is half turn, half a la secant. This is really hard. You want to go one turn, then stay. Right. And after this, you just using, even you're falling, not too much, using your whole body help you. One more thing for, I think for Chinese culture, we call, I don't know how to explain 传承 as a passing by. Can you translate that?
Like passing through to someone.
You know,
right?
I have
like
some
a casual.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
You know, so like in
passing on knowledge.
Yes. Like in China,
sharing your knowledge and expertise.
Yeah. So in Chinese culture,
and being mentors.
Yeah, sort of. In Chinese culture, this is a part of a really important thing. So we saw at that moment, we thought, oh, okay, I'm retired. Now I can move on to my life. As being a dancer before, now I can passing all those experience to the next generation. Okay. And then that's how we really start the school.
What challenges do you have collaborating together and being a couple?
Very.
I will always say like, okay, just let me try a couple more times, and I will try to make it happen, you know. And he will be like, okay, if this doesn't work, if it doesn't work, I can changing it, you know, like, and as a dancer, for me, I always try my best to, you know, I wanted the choreographer
do it perfect,
to be happy, and I will try everything. But sometimes another thing is like, we always have a limited time, we don't have like 3 months to create something, right? So every time there's always a deadline, and sometimes like we need to figure out something in like a couple hours or whatever. So he will be like, okay, so is this working? And if not, I can change. And I will be, just give me a couple more time to try, and I will try to make it happen. And he will be like, oh, it doesn't look like this is what I want. Okay, I will change it.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But I think another thing is, it's tricky because we danced in the same company for many years. And we learned from, like, we always, not criticism, we help each other to grow. And he will always tell me something I'm not good at, I'm not good enough, and I try to do it. Like, we try to help each other, right? We're very honest. And, you know, sometimes, like, and that's why we actually we never really danced as a partner together. We did once in China.
Oh, okay, that's really interesting.
We did once in China.
Yeah, I think at some point we just know each other too well. So you won't be honest. And but in the meantime, sometimes you forgot. Honest is good, but sometimes you have to be polite.
Yes.
You know, so that's why we only did it once in China. That was a really long time ago.
Long. We did here too with Bolero. Remember that?
Yeah, but that's not a big deal. Not a big part. So in China, we did La Safi Pas de Deux in China, and that moment, he just doesn't feel happy. So I'm the one talk to my director, Dan Zhang, and talk to her. So please don't send me, don't let Xuan be my partner anymore, please. Otherwise, we're gonna break up. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep, because usually you talk to a colleague or your friend, you're gonna say, for example, this part it didn't went well. You will talk to
when we're doing that, do this.
Can we try?
Please,
Yeah, can we try one more time to figure out whose fault? Actually, in my head, maybe I just example. Maybe I know it's not my fault. It's your fault. But I won't say that. I will say, well, can we try one more time? Let's see what's going on. Then we can make it better, please. And of course, if I talk to her, I won't say like this. You know, I will direct point the problem I thought was right. And she will do exactly the same thing to me. So that's why, you know, you're always fighting, and we feel, that's not good. When we listen together, that's not good at all. It's not healthy for the marriage. So that's why we're never really as a partner dance together.
Okay.
But we are pretty good at taking advice from
each other.
So for example, during the class, even while I was dancing, we're a separate group, dance, did the class or the rehearsal. And if she saw something I didn't do it well, or she feels maybe you can do this better, she will tell me, I will try. And I will tell her the same thing. That we're totally fine.
Yeah.
But somehow when we would really dance together, we're like two cats fighting for the food. I think no one, at least I know, no one work hard as she is. She will, for example, Romeo and Juliet, she will be crazy, which is really bothers me, you know, during the night. She will be crazy on the bed 11 o'clock p.m. or maybe 11:30. She will suddenly ask me a question. Oh, what do you think if this part for the Juliet and Romeo, they met? So, you know, if I doing this way, it's better, that way, it's better. And my head is like a pop. My brain is really during this time. But joke on the side, because of this kind of stuff, make her what she is today, right? Because she's really care a little. We're always talking about the step is easier to learn. Everybody can learn a step. But it's the detail, how you walk, how you bow, how you get off the stage, how you get on, all those little details, how you step at each step. That's what make you such a different dancers than others. So we're joking about, if you want in this career be better, you have to be crazy. If you don't, you're acting like a normal person from 9 to 5 and that's it. Sorry, I don't see it. I don't see you have that kind of what do you call a glow.
Passion.
Yeah, you have to be crazy. You have to be somehow, this is not just part of your life. This is your whole life. So then you're talking all the time, you're thinking all the time. I mean, honestly, ballet is not from China, it's from Western world. We have to learn. We have to learn not just the step. We have to learn the culture. How Romeo and Juliet fall in love. They're really young. In China, it's impossible. In China, if you're at that age, you're having a girlfriend, boyfriend, it's not right. But so that's why we have to keep learning this kind of stuff, and we will reading the book, seeing the video, the movies to that's why.
I have just two last questions, and I believe we need to get wrapped up. Could you talk a little bit about the piece that you're developing for the SIDF, and talk a little bit about what the future holds for you guys?
You know, the title, the name called You Will Return, but actually it's the death. Talk to the human, you will return. But so that's why it started, the whole struggling things is you have to stop the death. I don't want to go. So it's whole thing is about the struggling, everything, and somehow, so as she always move one direction. She always move one direction. And the male dancer, Brian, always block her, go to there. So the whole thing is kind of like that. I just want, and I mean, personally, at this kind of stuff, I'm thinking, well, we still, even the music is really sad and whatever is, but I still want to give a little, we always have hope. We always have hope. No matter how dark the moment you feel, we always need the hope. Even sometimes we feel the hope is not exist. like right now, a lot of people feels probably the hope is gone. I don't have this, I don't have that. But the hope is something, not just the society, it's not just your friend, it's you can give to yourself sometime, I think. And then you keep the hope, make the hopes from the small one getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And maybe it's true, who knows? But if you gave up at the beginning, the little things, then you gave up everything, I think. So that's the whole idea of the recreation, the piece.
Okay. What is your hope for the future, either in terms of dance or the world or whatever that means to you?
World peace, no hunger. No, it's always the thing for me, you know. So yeah. World peace, no hunger.
All right, I'm going to switch this up a little bit. What is your hope for OIBA?
Well, I hope, of course, I hope everybody at this specific moment, I hope everybody is healthy, and everybody healthy. I meant is not just physically, mentally too.
Okay. Well, I hope that I get to meet you guys in person soon and see your work in person. I really enjoyed this conversation. It's a pleasure to talk to creative leaders, and I appreciate the chance to get to pick your brains a little bit.
I think that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And please share the information. We're here to help everyone to move and stay in shape, even in this situation. And every day get inspired a little bit. And I think this is a part we can do for the community to share the joy and the beauty and the wellness. And that's also the goal for Oregon International Ballet Academy. And that's our mission. So hope everyone stay healthy and happy and be positive. Hope you have a great day and see you next time. See you tomorrow, actually. Bye. Bye.